to Moonrise. My name is JJ and you're watching Moonrise essentially. So many people who are here from this channel originally may be very confused as to what is going on, why am I whispering, what's up with the name change. Well, I'm going to start with a little channel update. Essentially, I've once again changed my mind on what I want to do with this channel. I've decided I'm going to be an ASMR channel. If you don't know what it is, search it up because I'm really lazy and I can't be bothered to explain essentially what ASMR is. But from what I can tell you, it's a relaxation thing. Stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. I really struggle to say that. It's a relaxation thing. Some people like it, some people don't. If you don't like it, this may not be a good place for you to be. That's okay. So, welcome to Moonrise. So, that's essentially what this is. For videos, I'm going to be doing a range of things, mostly involving whispering because I do not have the equipment for anything else. I'm not even sure this microphone is working. Tagged to my shirt here, but I'm fairly sure it is. I also really want to talk about the background because I've had this corner set up in my room and I love it so much. It's got posters of singers. You've got Amy Winehouse, you've got Melanie Martinez, Youngblood, Wolf Alice, my favourite band ever. You've got this is a bottle of Coke. Don't ask why I have that, it's empty. Heart-shaped sunglasses, perfume bottles, my speaker, Ariana Grande, perfumes and stuff. I've got some crystals and a salt lamp. You probably can't hear me tapping on that, but that's okay. So that's my background. I have a chair here. This is what you'll be seeing in most videos. In the past videos that may or may not still be up, I would be over here from what's behind the camera. And you probably don't want to hear me rambling about my setup. And also I have these star fairy lights that don't work but are still really pretty. So I keep them up. So in honour of it being World Book Day today, because I'm in high school, I'm decently old now. I'm in my last year, essentially. It's World Book Day. We didn't do anything special for that, and I think that's quite disappointing because I do like to read. So I was quite sad. I was like, oh, that sucks. Oh well, so I thought I'd do something myself. In honour of it being World Book Day, I thought my first video would be one of me talking about my favourite books. So I have a pile down here, and I'm going to start with the biggest one that's on the bottom, which many of you, if you're in my age group, which I hope you are, you probably know about. Heartstopper. This is Heartstopper by Alice Osman. I think it's Osman. It was a Netflix show, very popular in 2022, 2021 time. I can't remember which time it was exactly, but yeah, I have on my bookshelf down here, I have 2 and I'm currently in the middle of reading 3 as well. But this is Heartstopper. It is a comic. Here, as you can see, but Nick and Charlie talking about their dog there. I love this cover. It's got, that's Nick and that's Charlie. I'm not whispering anymore and I need to, this may mostly be soft spoken because I'm a loud person a lot of the time. You can probably tell by the fact that for some reason I'm talking with a bit of an accent. I don't usually have an accent, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes I talk with an accent. Oh well. So this is volume 1. I love making that sound. That's so much fun. That is the main reason I wanted to get into this. That thing they sometimes do. Love that. Anyways, back to it. It's got on the back, instead of an actual proper what's the word? Blurb, I think they call it. It's got this, which I think is very cool. It's got boy meets boy, boys become friends, boys fall in love. I love that they've got the little shoes as well. I think that's adorable. So this is by, I already said who it's by. It's got volumes on the inside. It's got a really adorable picture of them. It's also got some fun little stuff in the back as well. It's got the continued in volume 2. Then we've got the uniforms for True Grammar. Instagrammer. I think this is so neat. We've got, I think it's called a mixtape. That's probably showing how much of a Gen Z person I am. I'm sorry, I apologise. I think it's called a mixtape. If I've got that wrong, I apologise. From Nick to Nick from Charlie, it says, and it's got a whole playlist of songs. It's got Boyfriend, Best Coast Everywhere, Fleetwood and Mac, Style by Taylor Swift, Hot Avril Lavigne. It's got quite a lot, which I think is so adorable. What else have we got? We have some diary entries. Saturday the 20th of March. Ooh, the 20th of March is coming up. I'm filming this on the 2nd of March. So we've got, this says, hung out with Charlie all day. He came over and we went out in the snow with Nelly, which is so much fun. So that's so cute. It goes on for a little bit longer, but I might do a reading video at some point, but I am dyslexic, so I might struggle with that. I probably will do it anyways, but don't be mean to me if I mess up, please. So then we have these like character profiles, which I think is so cute. Such like, this book is just, these books are so cute. I think they're adorable. One that I might want to read, they've got like a list of other books by Alice, and one of the ones I might, like, I probably will read is definitely Solitaire, which is Tori's book, the one that Tori appears in. It's her sort of thing. I love Tori, she's such a cool character. If anyone's on TikTok here, they would remember those audios that trended, so I'm going to pop that back in the bookshelf. So that's Heartstopper. That is not my favourite ever book. I'm going to talk about my favourite ever book, which I met the author, so it's quite exciting. I've got her signature and everything in the book, and she told me she liked my hair, which I think was quite exciting, because I met her in May of last year. I was on a school trip to a book festival, and we got to meet some authors and stuff, and it was really cool, and she was one of the ones I met. So I've actually, about this, I'll try and get this into my bookshelf as quietly as possible, but about this next one, she's actually just released a sequel today, which I've ordered almost about like from Amazon 10 minutes before starting to record this video, so that's quite exciting. It should be here by tomorrow. If it is, I will post a community tab featuring that. Oh, another quick announcement. My name, Moonrise, I have to give credit to a good friend of mine. They may be watching, they may not. If you're watching, hello, hope you're enjoying this. Listening to me whispering is probably a very bizarre experience for you, and I'm sorry about that, but thank you for helping me choose between my names, because I had two names. It was either going to be Sunflower Field ASMR or Moonrise ASMR, and I could not pick, so I let them decide between the two for me, and they picked Moonrise. So I am JJ of Moonrise. I really hope I didn't hit my microphone. So this next one is, I'm really sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Ellie Pillay, I think it's Pillay, is brown. It is by Christina. I'm not even going to try pronouncing that, I'm so sorry. Dyslexia, that's all I'm going to say. If you're a fellow dyslexic, you'll get it. I can read in my head perfectly fine, but when it comes to out loud, the words will not come out, so that's okay. So I love this one's cover. It's so artistic and it's so pretty. We have the main character, Ellie, with her headphones on and this absolutely gorgeous like eyeliner. I really want to try recreating that makeup look one day, because it is just, oh wow. And it's like, it's all the little details in this as well, like the shiny title, and you've got like the little pinky promise sign, you've got music notes, flowers, you've got the little face and the like matching nails to the eyeliner, and then you've got even more on the back. You've got the actual blurb, which I'm going to read to you now. My name is Ellie Pillay. I think I might be a little bit weird, but aren't we all? Just a little bit. Ellie Pillay has no idea how to apply eyeliner properly or what makes people cool. She just hears songs in her head and sees dancing girl groups, which is a bit, well, weird. Most of the time, Ellie Pillay feels completely invisible, and usually she's okay with that, but not this year. Maybe it's the new boy at school who makes her brain explode into rainbows every time she sees him, and also happens to be the boyfriend of her very best friend. Or maybe it's her new drama teacher, the one who seems to have noticed she exists. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the lie she told that she feels like is about to ruin her life. I didn't read that right. It's that feels like it's about to blow up her life. I don't know where I got ruined from. Suddenly, Ellie's misfit styles, her songwriting, and all that getting lost in music in her head means Suddenly, Ellie's misfit style, her songwriting, and all that getting lost in music in her head means everyone is watching, but maybe standing out isn't such a bad thing after all. And then it's got reviews. A powerful exploration of identity, funny, warm-hearted and wise. I can definitely agree with those, because this book it's from the blurb it may just sound like it's about the romance, but it's not. It goes into so much more depth about like diversity in books, because that was one of the, I remember the author did a talk when I met her, and one of the things that inspired her to write it was diversity and getting more diversity in like the fictional world, which I think is so important. I'm not going to get too far into the politics behind that, but it's understandable. But it also goes into teenage identity and the struggle of wanting to be noticed and of finding confidence, and that like whole teenage journey that I feel like everyone goes through in teenagehood. I've had mine. It was not fun, but hey ho, we're here now. And one of the things I would really like to point out is this is the end of the book, and it's got these fun little drawings on, and very excitingly, it has a soundtrack. It's a book with a soundtrack. Have you where has anybody else done that before? So it's got a soundtrack. The songs are written. You can find them on like pretty much most. I think they're on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube Music as well. They're all on, so they're pretty much in most places. And they are really good songs. They're quite relatable lyrics and they're very pretty. And I'm trying to find one of them in the book. Because they're dotted throughout the book. I think they all might be in a collective at the back, actually. Yes, they are. So the song names include Give Me a Minute, Rewrite the Story, that's my favourite, Catch Your Song, No Fairy Tale, Young, that's a really good one, Earphones, Lights, that's another really good one, Pink Moon, that one's really sad, it's really sad but it's so pretty, House on Fire, that's another really pretty one. And it's just today released a sequel called Ellie Pillay is Almost in Love, and I think that's such a cute title. I'm very excited. I ordered it today, it's supposed to arrive tomorrow, so that'll be a lovely little thing to start reading during my weekend. So I'm not going to put that back on my shelf because I think that makes too much noise. The next one is another one I picked up from the book festival. I didn't meet the author this time though, but it is Truth or Dare by Sophie Mackenzie. I only very recently finished this one, but it was so good. It's a lot shorter than the other two I've shown you, but it is so good. It's got a very, you can kind of tell what it's like about by the very, like, it's very artistic, and it's very, as you can see, because on the back she's got other books by her, which is like Girl Missing, which is apparently quite, I haven't read it myself, I want to, but it's apparently quite big, so somebody might have heard of Sophie Mackenzie through that. And it's called Truth or Dare, as I said, and it's got a little tagline, when lies are everywhere, how far will you go for the truth? and the blurb is, "The truth can be dangerous. 14-year-old Maya cannot believe she has to spend the summer with her grandparents helping out the family cosmetics firm. But things quickly get interesting when she meets a community of activists campaigning against the dumping of chemical waste. Lying about herself to fit in with her new friends, Maya is soon caught up in a web of deceit. She can see no way out of it. But when a protest mission uncovers a shocking secret that will put her family in danger, Maya must decide between the truth and the ultimate betrayal." I love the drama at the end of that. The ultimate betrayal. I love that so much. So it's a bit more edgy than the last one, but I'm not going to give away the plots in case anyone wants to read it, but it is really, really good. It's very immersive. It really does put you in the shoes of Maya, which I think is really good. We've got more works by Sophie Mackenzie, which include Girl Missing, Sister Missing, and Missing Me, and Boy Missing as well. I think we've got a theme here. I think she likes writing stories about missing people. That's fun. I actually have a couple of publications myself on Wattpad. I have an account name. I don't know if I want to give it because people from my school, some of my friend group, may be watching this, so I don't really know if I really want to give my name out. So yeah, but I have one thing published, but I'll talk about that at another point. And then these two books are from my favourite author ever, literally my favourite author to ever exist, and he's very well known. It's Michael Morpurgo. I think I can list the books I have by him. I've obviously got these two, which is The Fox and the Ghost King and Shadow. I've also got Do You Believe in Unicorns? I think I've got Private Peaceful. I've got Casper, Prince of Cats. I'm trying to look at my shelf over there. I've got The Amazing Story of Adolphus Tips. I have a few more down here. I've got Listen to the Moon as well. Definitely my favourite author. But these two are two of my all-time favourites. I've read this one like 3 times, as well as I Believe in Unicorns, but I definitely like these two more. This one has a lot of nostalgic value to me because my mum read it to me when I was a little kid. Because I've had these books for ages, like since I was quite young. This is called Shadow. It's got I believe this is a Springer Spaniel. Interesting fun fact about me, I was bitten by a Springer Spaniel when I was 10 years old. So I'm actually quite scared of them. It was illustrated by Christian Birmingham. You can tell it's got a bit of a military kind of war theme going on here. It's got, his name is always in shiny writing on the books. I'll try and focus my camera. And the blurb states, overall winner of the Red House Children's Book Award, a superb topical animal taste in the same vein as Warhorse, said by The Guardian. Because obviously Michael Morpurgo is the author of Wars. If you're looking for a children's author, because obviously these books were two of my childhood books, even as a teenager I will still read his books, because Listen to the Moon, for example, they're a lot more topical than normal books. They're not just about other things, which is okay to read about that kind of stuff, but I think it's definitely a lot more mature, so sometimes, you know, you want that. I don't know, I think I'm overthinking this, but this is what it says. Never has Eamon needed a friend more than when a Springer Spaniel appears in the mouth of his Afghan cave. The dog becomes a constant companion, a shadow, and that's what Eamon decides to call her. But life becomes more dangerous by the moment. Eventually, Eamon and Shadow find the courage to leave, but how far can Shadow lead them? And in this terrifying new world, is everything really safe? And then this is a review by The Times. Michael Morpurgo's warmth and humanity suffuse a story of courage, love and hope. I struggled to read that one for a second. This is a really sweet book. It's about a boy who it follows a boy he's in a refugee out of Afghanistan, and he's travelling from Afghanistan to the United Kingdom. I won't give too much of it away, but essentially this dog joins him on the journey, and it follows the story of him and the dog. It's really sweet. And this is a little bit less harsh on the emotionalness of it, but it is still just as good, and the cover is so gorgeous. It's got a couple of foxes on a little football stadium. It is called The Fox and the Ghost King, illustrated by Michael Forum this time. The timeless tale of an impossible dream. I love that tagline, it's so cool. So I love this background as well. It's got like a church in the middle of a football ground. I think that's so bizarre but so cool. And it's got this little quote: every fox in the whole town, in the whole country, just about is a football fan, and we all have an impossible dream. So this is the blurb. In a cosy den under a garden shed lives a family of foxes. They love to watch football, all foxes do, but their favourite team keeps losing and losing, and it seems like things will never look up. That is until Daddy Fox finds the Ghost King buried underneath a car park, a king who wishes to be free. Release me, says the Ghost King, and I can do anything. Just tell me your greatest wish. For these football-loving foxes, might everything be about to change? I think that is so funny that they're like foxes that love football, but it's actually quite cool because this was based on something real that happened in the United Kingdom. We found dead King, I really want to say King Richard, I think it is, in a car park. There was a movie made about it, I think it was called The Dig or something, I can't remember exactly, but essentially that references this. This references that. But yeah, that is the final book I wanted to talk about. These two are, these are all mostly teenage and children's fictions. I do have some others that aren't, that I might want to mention. They are behind me, and these are, I'm only part way through, as you can probably see, but I'm really enjoying it. It's The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I thought I'd just mention that, and look how cute the cover is. I love that writing. It's very good. I haven't read it entirely, but I thought I would just give it a mention. But that is everything, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and there will be many more to come, hopefully, if I continue to find the motivation to film. But thank you so much for joining me. This is Moonrise, signing off.